Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Um, well, where can I start? I have a condition called Telogen Effluvium. I think I said it right. Abbreviated TE. Well, all I can say is I have hair loss, extreme hair loss. I've lost over the last three years approximately 50% of my hair. Which, as you can imagine, has been a bit of a nightmare. It's not been easy by any stretch of the imagination, but I hope that I'll be able to offer you some hope, some solution, some help. You guys, when I was watching some of your videos, were really helpful to me. It's good that you can reach out and you can, research this. Not too much, mind you, because otherwise it can be very, very depressing. After all, with this condition, widespread hair loss, part of the condition is stress. It's stress related, apparently. But I've had a lot of other things going on in my life as well over the last three years. I've had a lot of major life events, which again is very stressful. I had a traumatic incident happen to me 3 years prior to this, which caused me to go into a deep depression. Depression's not great for hair loss. Also, I was diagnosed with a serious lifelong health condition, which again would have affected things. I'm postmenopausal. I mean, hey, you're probably saying, hang on, this is just too much. Well, no, I don't want to kind of overload with people with, all this information and it make them feel hopeless, because really the situation is quite good. And actually, my hair looks thin. It's stopped shredding, and I think that I'm starting to get some more hair on my head. There is some hairs growing here, and it just seems to be a little bit thicker. If it's not my imagination, I'm sure that there is more hair growing underneath. I put my hair to the side because obviously, like most of you probably do, it's a trick, where you can kind of hide most of the hair loss, which for me it is widespread. That I lost it everywhere. When I comb my hair, it comes out at the sides. I have stopped shedding now, which thank God for that. So that's a relief. But I'm not as stressed out as I was. At the moment, we're in lockdown, and my stress levels were a little bit high at the beginning. My adrenaline was running like most people, but I was fortunate enough because there's no more pressures, there's no work pressures. It means that I'm more relaxed. So that could be a factor. 3 years ago, as I said, I had a lot of hair. I had much more hair here, and I do this now. There's not really very much to put my fingers through. My hair is thick, it's curly, so it probably looks a lot thicker than a lot of people's. But believe you me, I have lost about 50% of my hair. I don't want to mess too much with it, because if I do, it falls out. So I don't really want to do that. But I can show you, hopefully, another video. I'll be able to show more hair, and it will be a success story. I hope for you that you can find success as well with this in this journey of hair loss. So in 2016, prior to this, I was going through menopause, postmenopausal. I experienced a lot of hair itchiness on my scalp. It was really bad, especially at night. And I remember using tea tree shampoo, which didn't really help, to be honest. But I did use the wipes, and the wipes were brilliant. I just used to place a wet wipe on my head at night and just go to sleep that way, and it really did relieve the itching. So if anybody's got the same problem at the moment. Maybe tea tree wipes, just if there's mild itching. It did take it away. I mean, I thought that I have got animals. I didn't know whether or not it was more flea related, um, which is a bit crazy, I know, but there you go, you know. This helped for me. Um, my doctors prescribed a lot of ointments, dry creams, thick emollients, because I had got dry. My body was itching quite a lot as well, a little bit anyway, not a huge amount, but a little bit. I had allergies to things, is what I mean. So um, I had tried everything that could work, that could possibly work. I tried to investigate, which was even more depressing. Decided not to wear any wigs, although I did send for one or two um, wigs that go on the top of your hair. I've forgotten the name of them now, which I didn't like. But just made me feel depressed. So I decided not to do that. And I thought by putting my hair to the side, it did mask it a little bit. I had a lot of blood tests done at the doctors. I did a lot of blood tests. I did tested my iron was okay, my folic acid, my thyroid glands. One thing they did test, which was zinc, and I did have a deficiency in zinc. It was quite low. It was on the abnormal side. So started to take zinc lozenges, which been taken out about a year. At one stage, I had, as the journey went on, prior to getting this blood result, I remember I suddenly had all this itching, but not just on the scalp, it was all over my body. And it caused me to distraction. I didn't know what it was. I was diagnosed with Sjogren's syndrome. Sjogren's syndrome is an autoimmune condition. It's quite a serious condition. Although for me, it's only a primary condition that I've got primary Sjogren's rather than secondary Sjogren's. So I won't go too much into it, but it gives you dry eyes and a dry mouth, but it can affect your skin, and some people say it can affect your hair. So that could have been a cause. It could be hormonal, it could have been the shock I had from this, what this person has said to me, causing me to go into depression. I took the zinc tablets, which this year I've just started to find that I'm getting a lot of relief from it, which is just so brilliant. Thank God for it, because there's nothing worse than having your whole head itching, and it was just I went to one doctor, the dermatologist, and he said that it was inflamed. I got some patches on the head with inflamed. So I think that is part of this TE condition, to be honest. I've heard that. So most of you probably can identify it as the follicles starting to come out and loosen. I think they did prescribe an a steroid cream to put on. I didn't use the steroid cream, but I believe that can help as well. So there is something, maybe that would help somebody else. I started to learn a little bit how to manage the condition, hair loss. Obviously most of you probably seen these combs, these thick combs, which I just very gently only once a day, trying just the bottom of my hair, just comb it, which is good as well. So at the time when I started to have the hair loss, 2 or 3 years ago, when I had this severe itching all over my body, I found that I had to wash my hair every day or every other day. It was just so bad. And so I even used puppy shampoo, because I'd heard somebody said that can help with itching, which I thought was related to perhaps I got some sort of, I used to look after animals, maybe I'd got a flea or something or two in my head. This is how the mind works. And I ended up, see, I've just lost hair. So I used this puppy dog shampoo, but it did make my scalp look a bit thick on the top. So that was quite good, but it didn't stop the itching. This year, since I've had the zinc, and I've started to take another thing I started to take, which was HRT, a combined HRT. So I've got the progesterone as well as the estrogen, and that, hoping I could get a balance, maybe that would help. That might have helped. It could have helped, to be honest. So since then, as the last few weeks, I'd say the last 2 or 3 months, I've been able to actually use a normal shampoo. Hallelujah. Which is long way up. Head and Shoulders. That's a normal shampoo. It's very mild, I find. It's not very thick. It's got no parabens in, phosphates, or paraffins. It hasn't got any of those in, which is all good. Very light on the hair. And then this as well, Bliss shampoo, conditioner. No, it's just the conditioner I use for this one. Again, I find that very light. So, and that helps if I do use a straightener, I can put it through very, very gently. It seems to glide along the hair. But I try not to use the straighteners too much because I've got curly hair. I hate curly hair. I like it straight. Just straighten the top of it. So I'm able to do that if I put this in. And also, this now is the 8th day since I washed my hair. So that's a real improvement. So I think I've come forwards. I've really come forward since 2 or 3 years ago, but I haven't seen a huge amount of hair growth. As I say, you can still see there's hair loss, and and I have to touch the hair and it snaps. So I'm still on this journey, to be honest. I'm hoping that some of the hair is coming back. I have seen improvements, and I'm not. My scalp isn't itchy. I'm more relaxed in myself. I'm not stressed out, so that's got to be a good thing. I take multivitamins. With the Sjogren syndrome, I couldn't eat very well, so my diet was just rubbish. I couldn't taste food very well. My mouth used to burn. So I am getting a little bit of that back. I'm starting to enjoy food again. I'm starting to have more wholesome food, which I think is, something that you have to consider. If I take everything into account, I mean, it's everything. We're not on, in isolation. Holistically, you have to look at everything. But I would say that stress is a big factor. But there is causes, and my story is quite unique. So if you can identify with it in any way, if you've got some medical condition as well that you think could be a big factor. I mean, I really hope that you can get some resolution and your hair starts to grow back, because it can affect you. I mean, women, well, as much as men, sometimes maybe more than men, I don't know. I'm not so obsessed with it now. I don't mention it to my friends, to be honest. My family know a little bit about it, but they haven't commented. I think it's best not to kind of make too much of it, which I'm grateful for, really. And my family have said, my sisters have said that they think that it's growing back a little bit. So in the next video, hopefully I'll be able to show another video where I have got some good news for you, but better news and more improvements. And then if you want to give me a thumbs up, on this video, I do appreciate it. And I just really thank you for watching, guys. If you could watch it to the end, that would be wonderful. But I really hope that you can get something from it. Try not to stress out too much about it. Hopefully you'll get something that will work. Hopefully you'll get some understanding into what's happening, so that you can gain some sort of control, hopefully. But we can't really help. In some ways, we can't help what's happening to us. Hair loss is hair loss. It's going to happen anyway. If you're going through this condition, this CE, it happens, and it's a cycle. And really, in that case, it's something you can't prevent so much, except for try and relax and just do all the right things. The shampoos, the hairbrushes. Be gentle with your hair. Take the vitamins. but you know, just try and, you know, be good to yourself, good to others. You know, maybe all these things will help, um, you know, have something else to report next time. So anyway, thanks guys, and see you on the next video.